There's Mount Whitney. I'm here at the Lone Pine Ranger Station. It's about 8:30 in the morning and I just picked up my day hike permit for tomorrow. I spent most of last night driving down here, and I should warn everyone that in the middle of the night you really got to watch out for deer crossing the road. They were everywhere. I got a little sleep at the rest area outside Mammoth last night. The good thing about that is it's 8,000 feet up, so that helps with acclimation. The bad part was it was cold, so I did not get much sleep. It's too early to head up to Whitney Portal because the walk-in campsites won't be available for a few hours yet. And the desert is so close by, I'm going to head out to Lee Flat to relax for a few hours. Okay, so this part's a little crazy. I got my permit for September 18th just completely randomly. Turned out the low to high crew was going to be placing water caches this same weekend. Now they're placing jugs of water in several locations spread over hundreds of miles, and we made no plans to meet up. And I'm just sitting out here in Lee Flat, and what do I see out there? Now I'm just half asleep in my truck and I see these guys end up intersecting with the road that I'm on, and they're just out there wild. They could be anybody. But sure enough, there they go, Matthew Pless and John Amersano. They just stopped and said hello. That was pretty awesome. Yeah, unbelievable that I run into these guys. Just timing by God. I don't know how else to explain it. So then I decided to investigate the area I saw them driving through. Turns out there's a great camping area up here. I'm going to use this tomorrow. Evidence of burrows was everywhere. You could spend days following these tracks. There's an old wash to explore. And even an old ranch out here that I'll come back and explore another time. Okay, time to head up the mountain and see if we can find a campsite. Oh, look at that. I lucked out. There's this little walk-in hiker campground, and you just put a little tag on the site when you want to claim it. And all these people had left their tags, so I thought they were all claimed, but there was one left. There's actually several. There's a creek down there I can get water from. And the Whitney Portal is right there. The trail is right there. I got garbage cans here. I'm parked right over there. I've got a bear box here. And the store is right over there. I'm gonna go get my hamburger. It's only a little after 4 o'clock. I'm all set up and I'm gonna just hang out and get acclimated until whatever time I wake up in the middle of the night. Oh, it's beautiful. I went over to the store and I should have known they're not cooking, so I couldn't get a hamburger because something's wrong with their water supply up here. Fortunately, I'll be able to filter plenty of water from the creek, but they don't have cooking water, so making a meal and resting. Yeah, these sites are almost all full. It's only $15, but you can only stay one night. It's just for people who want to hike up the next morning. I'm really excited. And before I go to sleep, I'll take a look at the waterfall above the campground. Can't see very much, but there's the portal. Trailhead, 3 a.m. Feeling good and acclimated. Got a good rest. Camp's all cleaned up, and up we go. Well, pretty cool. I only got down to the mid-40s last night. It's a lot warmer than I expected. It will cool off some as we go up, but pretty warm right now. Managed to break a shoelace before I even got on the trail. I always bring spare bootlaces. I'm hardly the only one out here. Lots of people ahead of me. This is how you do it on a day hike. It's a long ways. 22 miles round trip if you want to do the summit. I'm not going to go all the way up though. It is so much fun to be out here. About halfway to trail camp, 10,500 elevation. I'm planning to go to trail camp in a little bit past, so Not too bad. I took a half-hour lunch break. Well, breakfast break. About 3.5 hours in. Making good time. I love this area. We made it to trail camp and the marmots are everywhere. They are looking pretty small this year. I'm assuming all the snow. They are everywhere and they will beg to no end and they will go in your tent. They'll attack your food. You really gotta, bear can is more for the marmots up here. Yeah, they're looking pretty small this year. I'm imagining that the snowfalls kept them, kept them from breeding and from getting as much food this year. I mean, look at all this snow. End of September, none of this is fresh. And the switchbacks are up there somewhere. Reports on the forum that this water is no good anymore, so you should get water from over there. Probably by next year it'll be fine, but yeah, end of summer here, levels of E. coli are rising. So I'm gonna get some water and take a nap. Look at this guy. Yeah, they're not afraid. They wait and see if you will give them some food is what they do. And they're all over. There's like 5 of them just in this area. One thing we all like to do is figure out where are the switchbacks, but they're actually way up there. And you can see these people are gonna go kind of that way. And then you won't really be able to see the switchbacks anymore. But we got some blue skies. Look at that, huh? Yeah, the summit is actually around the corner yet. I'll go up the switchbacks a little ways, but I don't know how far I'm going to get. This is really what I came to see right here. I love it. I do love being on the switchbacks too, so hopefully I get the energy to go up them a little ways, but I am really tired. I did not get enough rest Saturday night. I got enough rest last night, but it hasn't made up for what I missed on Saturday. 54 here at about 10 in the morning. Not too bad. A little chilly. The rocks are cold. The wind is cold. I was only real cold for maybe between 4:30 and 5:30. I was pretty cold. Funny, I'm getting comments. I have 3 different kinds of camouflage on. And also, here's a good one. This is the blanket I brought for my little nap. Just one of these Mylar emergency blankets. Yeah, these things are unbelievably warm. They really work. I highly suggest keeping one in your backpack. There they go. It is so weird to look at and try and figure out where they're going. Well, Trail Crest is up there somewhere. We made it to the cable section. I guess these cables, I mean the trail is pretty wide here. The cables are mostly here for when it's snow on the trail. That would be dangerous. We're up there. 12,600 just about. There's a little spring right there and this is pretty bad with ice. We'll see how much of it I can avoid. I'm more than satisfied to have made it here. This view is awesome. There's Guitar Lake is down there, and the people coming back from the rest of the hike, oh, they look beaten. It's really cold and windy on this side. Loving that this view to the west is so clear. I'm loving this view to the west, but the wind is just blasting me in the face. And just right over there, just 10 feet away, it's completely still. Well, we're a good bit of the ways down. Oh, it's so nice to have my legs back. I was crawling up that hill, and look at how fast I can go going down. Now I'm alive again. That was one tough hike. I've still got miles to go, but it's all downhill from here. I was taking a break every switchback practically, going so slow up. I guess going up so slowly left me with some energy in reserve for the trip down. I'm coming down a lot faster than the people who made it to the summit, but their hike was a lot tougher than mine was. That last bit with no oxygen really takes it out of you. Yes, that is ice. And the edge is like that. That was not fun in either direction, and much worse coming down. But I survived. Down we go. Took me 3 hours to go up. Only 1 hour to come down the switchbacks. I lost the trail just slightly and ended up at a cliff edge. This is one of those spots where if there was snow on the ground, you might end up in a lot of trouble. Found where I went wrong and added some more rocks to the edge here so people won't get lost as easily. Yep, and we're out. Downhill and to the desert. My feet are starting to hurt pretty bad. This hike was definitely the limit of my abilities, but we're almost to the bottom now. We'll be in the portal in no time. We made it. 10 hours up, but only 4 hours down. Alright, now to the desert next. Well, my feet are killing me, but the rest of me feels pretty good. I made it to the bottom and we're off to the desert. Well, it's just before 8 a.m. We're up in Lee Flat. It's 5,000 feet elevation and it got down to 52 degrees last night. I want to thank Matthew Pless for pointing out to me that the Joshua trees in this area are actually a lot taller than they are in other places. We'll take a look around and see what we can see here. It's about 10 a.m. and we're already up to 80 degrees. It'll probably hit mid-90s today in this area. Here's a big Joshua tree. Whoever had that ranch back there must have been trying to turn this dry lake into a more permanent lake by digging these pond holes in here. And you can see they've gathered some water. Probably only full because there was a storm in the last couple weeks. I'm sure this would dry up fast. I'll have to start checking on it. Now I'm curious how often it has water in it. Things can change pretty fast out here. That's the road I stayed on just 2 weeks ago on my motorcycle trip. Next we'll go to the overlook and wait for jets to fly through Rainbow Canyon. Thanks to my new friend Gary for keeping me company. I ended up waiting 2 hours, but we did get 2 jets in a row.
Yeah! Woo!
Oh, we got it.
Oh my gosh! Wow! Woo-hoo! Yeah! Woo!
Heading down to Panamint Resort for lunch, I caught this jet exiting the Jedi Transition. Drive carefully out here, don't want to end up like that guy. When I drove through here 2 days ago, a jet flew right over me, so this time I kept the camera ready. Don't blink. And there's Tioga Pass. Alright folks, it's sunset. I'm heading home. Thanks for coming with me.